Dude, I've bet on a jetpack before.
Oh, like a water jetpack thing?
No, like a real jetpack.
Oh, okay. Tell us this story.
It was in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
I knew something was going to be fishy about that, but...
Yo, 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 welcome back to Just a Nominee TV, man. This is the School of Martians podcast, the only podcast that's out of this world where we...
Smoke weed every day.
Damn straight. Tell him, Dre. I'm in here with Bogart. This is episode 2. What's up, Bogart? How you doing, bro?
Man? What's going on?
What's going on, Bogart? How you been, man?
I've been all right, man. Partied a little bit too hard last Saturday, but kind of ruined our plans to do an interview with the street. So
That happens, though. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get out with the homies and one thing leads to another, and a 9:30 o'clock at night turns into a 3:30 in the morning night.
yeah, and
and
I went to a bar.
Happens.
I went to a bar in Canandaigua called Bubby's.
Bubby's. I've been there.
Bubby's, and
Been there before a couple times.
I tell you what, best bar if you want cheap drinks.
Yeah.
I think I paid $36 for like 7 drinks. It was awesome.
Damn, you were lit.
Oh yeah, I was.
You were lit.
I was really lit.
What was litty?
Yeah, I mean, I fucking Ubered home and didn't remember that ride going
Damn.
back home.
Was it expensive to Uber home or no?
It's like, I think it was like $19.
So, like, walk me through an Uber around here, right? So, like, when you call for a Uber around here, is it more expensive, like, the time of night or time of day, or no? Or it's just like, or is it based off availability of who's driving?
I think they do have like rates, like night rates, and like, because you got to think about this, like drunken assholes all the time. They, they need a ride home and shit, and then the Uber drivers have to take care of that. So, I mean, I think there is a night rate. I think it starts after 9 o'clock, and yes, because I sometimes Uber home from work, and it only costs me like $15.
Canandaigua probably makes a killing off Uber. There's a lot of bars in Canandaigua.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like what it was before. Like there was the Pickering Pub. That was the best bar.
I used to go there back in the day. Shoot some darts.
Pickering Pub, McGann's in Victor. That was my shit.
I remember that place. Now it's like a bistro or something, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, it's like,
now?
I don't know. It's like a bistro or something. Like,
some kind of
Victor.
fancy deal or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it was a rough Saturday. It was Saturday wasn't rough. It was Sunday was rough.
Yeah.
Sunday
Oh yeah. The aftermath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
Saturday. What even happened? What did I do Saturday?
You had your kids, right?
Yeah. What did we do? I think we went to my mom's house and hung out for a while. We watched the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and the horse that I picked got like second to last or something. I didn't bet any money though, so I was like, whatever. But I was like, we were watching it like on TV. I'm like, ooh, I want that guy to win, and he sucked.
Yeah.
That's a good thing I didn't bet money on it because I would have lost money.
See, I think horse racing is like, I don't know. It's like a really risky thing to bet on horses because, I mean, anything can happen. Like the horse can be tired during the race, everything like that. And I would never bet on horse racing.
Yeah. I usually don't really bet on anything unless it's like, I mean, I have all the apps and shit like FanDuel, Sports Kings and all that, whatever. I don't really bet on sports except like the Super Bowl this year I bet on. In like March Madness, I placed a couple bets, but that was it.
Yeah.
I maybe spent like $20 in bets this year so far.
Yeah.
But I won my Super Bowl bet. So that was cool. I think I bet like $10.
Yeah.
And I won 40.
Oh, there you go.
So I made $30 real quick, and I had a good time watching the game. So
Yeah.
Whatever.
I once made a killing. This is going to be crazy. So I betted a long time ago. I went to this like really sketchy bar in Bloomfield. Used to be called Fandango's.
Mm-hmm.
And they did like basically illegal book stuff. And I bet $100 once on the coin flip in one of the Super Bowls.
What?
Very long time ago. I was very drunk, and I was like, and then this guy was like, well, you're pretty cool. We do betting here. Do you want to bet on the coin flip at the Super Bowl? And I'm like,
You're pretty cool.
I'm like,
Let's bet somebody.
I'm like, yeah, I was drunk. I was like, yeah, $100 was that? And he's like, oh, that's more than enough. And I'm like, and I think I even lost it. So,
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't really bet on things. I mean, I don't know. It's just so it's like the new age stuff though. Like you can like when you go on those apps, you could bet on golf, tennis,
Yeah.
like hockey, like just like things that like I would never bet on because I don't know like teams that well or people even in the sport or the sport in general. You know what I mean? So I save my money, I guess.
Yeah, did you hear about Dave and Buster's? You can gamble now at Dave and Buster's.
Oh, really? They have like the little kiosk thing there or whatever? Yeah.
So
That's cool.
So I think it was like you can bet only up to like $10 per game. So let's say you were in skee ball and you wanted to place.
Oh,
a bet.
you can bet on those games.
Oh yeah.
I thought you meant like they had like a whole like a FanDuel thing set up where you could go there and place bets.
Oh no, these are like the actual arcade machines you can bet.
What? So wait, so you bet on like if you can beat the score or something?
I don't really
What do you
know
bet on?
exactly how it works, but I think you can do is bet on like let's say like two friends wanted to be like, oh, I bet you $10 I can win, and I think that's how it works. But I don't know. I don't think it's like a scoring thing because I don't know.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I think it's just more like betting with friends.
If there was like a Dave and Buster's like closer to us, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
I'd go there more, but there's only one in Rochester and Syracuse that I know of.
Yeah, I went to the one in Henrietta.
Yeah.
And
That's one I've been to.
Yeah, that one was fun.
Right there by like the racetrack or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
the,
RPM.
Yeah,
That place is fun.
yeah.
RPM's dope. So let's get back into it, you guys. Listen. Thank you so much for all the support on the first episode. I've got a lot of feedback from people that I know, people that I don't know. I've gotten all these random messages on Facebook, text messages from people I know, just saying like, "Hey, I watched the first episode. It was good. It was great. I like it. I hope you continue." And I just had all this good vibes from people about this podcast so far, and I just wanted to bring that up really quick. That like, this is what I've been trying to do for a while. I finally got it intact, and I'm happy that the first episode went the way it went.
Yeah, I mean, it was shocking to me how many views. That was like
Yeah,
nuts.
we're almost at like 3K views right now, I think.
Yeah.
We just checked before we got on here. We're almost at like 3,000 views, and I uploaded Friday night around like 10 o'clock. So not too bad, man. And again, like, thank you guys for just sharing. And I seen a couple of you shared it. I saw my boy Tone share it. A couple other people too. The reels, keeping up with the reels. You guys are all commenting on those. Thank you. It just feels good because it's like one of those things that you're interested in doing, but you have no idea what the outcome is going to be until you actually do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just that outcome that we got from the first episode is like, wow, like I'm just like astonished, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm astonished, to be honest. That's a rap right there, bro.
There you go.
I'm astonished, to be honest.
It's cool that you have a following and that's cool,
Yeah. See, like my old YouTube videos back in the day where I vlogged and stuff, people were always like, yo, man, when are you going to vlog again? When are you going to upload? Like I had my buddies I grew up with, like they were getting out of work, coming home, doing whatever, eating dinner, and like watching my vlog while
Yeah.
they were just hanging out at home. And
Yeah.
then it got to the point where I stopped uploading for a while. They're like, "Yo, man, where's your where's your new episode? I want to listen to it."
Yeah.
And like I had a lot of shit going on for a while where like, I was dealing with like kids and work and family where like YouTube was just really kind of not possible for me in a way. So yeah, but
I look at it this way too, like what we do, like doing podcasts, we can upload like once a week, twice a week, and it doesn't take up like a whole day editing and stuff like that.
yeah,
I mean, all the equipment we have here, it makes it easy.
yes,
So it's just,
absolutely.
and and now with our new space here, it's going to be good.
Hell yeah. But man, I'm just like shocked. Like I was putting this episode out like on a limb, like the trailer that you seen in the first episode, like the intro, like that was just kind of like slapped together just because I didn't even really know what I wanted for the intro yet or anything. So we kind of just slapped it together, put the first episode out, and I thought I was going to get judged a lot more for what went on, you know what I mean? Or I don't know like what went on, but just like, judged by like, oh, that's like a corny intro, or oh, like that's a corny song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, people are. So I was just like skeptical of that, but like, I mean, if you think it's corny, that's cool, but like 3,000 other people don't.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but anyways, yeah.
You're going to have those internet clowns that go around and just like fucking troll you.
And you know what though? I've always been prepared for the internet trolls because I make music.
Yeah.
And I'm a white boy that raps. So I'm an automatic target for trolls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm an automatic target.
Mhm.
So like I'm pretty good at like, handling with that.
Yeah.
Handling that kind of stuff. But like I never get like, oh my God, I want to kill this guy. Like I'm just like, yo, it's so awesome this guy's taking this much time out of his day to just let me know that he thinks I suck.
Yeah. I remember one time, it was like one of the first times I put the reels on, YouTube? And there was just so many people like dissing me, telling me that I'm doing a podcast in my mom's basement and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, but whatever. You're going to have trolls. I mean, that
Yeah.
comes with the territory.
Well, now you can look at those same people and be like, yo, look at this podcast. We are not in my mom's basement.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it just, that all comes with it, man. You know what I mean? There's only so much positivity on one end,
Yeah.
And like, I'm okay to deal with the negativity because honestly, my life's been a lot of negativity.
Yeah.
So it's easy for me to deal with that. It shocks me more when I get positivity.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like the positivity shocks me more than the negativity, than the negative things.
Yeah.
I can't even talk right now, but you know what I'm saying. But
We dabbled in a little
Smoke weed every day.
before the show, so
damn,
yeah.
yeah, we did. But see, it just goes to like any kind of creator, right?
Yeah.
When you want to be a TikToker, or if you want to have an OnlyFans, or if you want to be a social media star, right?
Mhm.
A lot of younger people, and even like people our age, because we kind of grew up into this stuff, so we're kind of
Yeah.
used to it. So it's like people want to be this thing, but they're so afraid to get judged by their friends and family and people,
Yeah.
and that's what holds people down more than anything, is like worrying about what other people think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've never really cared what anybody thinks of me or what I got going on,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, it makes me happy.
Yeah.
And nothing else is going to make me happy except myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if I'm doing things that are creating good things for my mental, and when I go to sleep at night, I'm like, man, that was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like little things like that that make your life easier.
Yeah. It's accomplishments.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just like a lot of people get shot down because like, oh, I thought this video was going to get like at least 50 views or something, and it's got 12. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, people don't like me, or people don't want to see me. It's not even that. It's just don't even worry about the views or who's watching.
Yeah.
Just keep uploading, just keep putting content out.
Yeah.
And eventually people are going to be like, all right, this kid is not stopping. Let me just look at this shit real quick.
Yeah. I
You know what
mean,
eventually you just got to like flood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to flood news feeds and just, you have to be seen,
yeah. Yeah.
you know? You
Like
gotta be seen.
a lot of people that want to start podcasting and all that, they'll start, but they don't know how much work puts into it. You know,
Yeah.
like it's a lot of work. You got to do social media, you got to do like all types of things, and you just can't upload a podcast and then expect like 1 million people to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to put in work. So,
And yeah, like, you know, going back on that, I literally just did my first podcast last week.
yeah.
And I never been featured on a podcast before. I've
Mm-hmm.
never been on a podcast. I didn't even know what to do.
Yeah.
And to you guys, it probably looked like, man, he's got it going on. Like that episode came out pretty good. But literally, like before we hit record on that episode, you can ask Bogart. I was like, yo, man, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to do this, if I'm gonna be able to talk that long, if I could stay on top. But then I just was like, I've been wanting to do this for so long.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting this to happen for so long. And Bogart kind of had me in this thing like, dude, bro, just chill. Just talk. We're just going to talk and it's going to be recorded. That's it. And I just kept thinking about that. But I'm like a social person anyways when it comes to a camera. Like I'm really good at talking to a camera. I'm really good on camera.
Yeah.
So that part didn't really get in my head. It was just more like, okay, like what are topics? Like what are we going to talk about? Like what do people want to listen to? You know?
Yeah.
But man, I just can't say it enough. Like, thank you guys so much for just supporting this so far. Like, and that was only the first episode. This is number 2. So from here on out, man, here we are.
Yeah.
You know
We're
what
going
I mean?
to do it. I want to mention one thing, the merch behind you.
Yes.
Tell where you can get that.
Bing, 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 bing. So the merch behind me, you could find on Shopify, Nominee Brand on Shopify. Link in descriptions. There's something for everybody, man. Cell phone cases, bucket hats, dad hats, joggers, bras, whatever.
Bras.
Yeah, we got sports bras and everything.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
So whatever, man. Just click the link in the descriptions and you can shop on my store. Actually, too, if you get a hold of me on social media and you want to purchase something, like if you like know me on social media or you have me on social media, message me directly and place an order if you want. I'll give you like a 10% discount if you do it that way.
There you go.
So if you want 10% off, message me directly and I'll personally mail you the package and whatever. Like I'll throw in like a surprise maybe too, just because like you dealt with me directly. But if you go through the website, I gotta, do it professional or whatever. But if you get a hold of me there, 10% off, and I'll hook it up. I'll throw some other little things in there to make it worth it. So, yeah, link in description.
Yep.
But yeah, man. I mean, what a crazy week! Like I've just like woke up every day instantly just checking my phone, just for the podcast stuff.
Yeah.
Like and like I'm not really like a person that's like, I wake right up and I'm on my phone. It's all I care about really. But like, man, this whole entire week, I've just been like, dude, I made a podcast and it was cool as shit. Yeah. And fucking people are rocking with it.
Yeah.
So that's what feels good, man. It's been a good week.
We were supposed to podcast last Sunday, but I dropped the ball on that.
Yeah. But you know what? We're going to do it again. We're going to get back on track. We're going to do it again. This Sunday we won't have an episode because it's Mother's Day.
Yeah. What's your plans for Mother's Day?
Honestly, I don't know. Got to see what my family's doing. Probably hang out with my mom. We'll probably get together, go somewhere nice. You know, something like that.
Nice.
Kind of like the stereotypical Mother's Day thing that everyone does.
Yeah.
Maybe go out to eat. Maybe go out to lunch. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever she wants to do. It's her day.
Yeah, it's her day.
You know. So.
I once worked at a golf course, Bristol Harbor golf course,
Yeah.
and I was a dishwasher there at the golf course. I was a dishwasher, and they had Mother's Day buffets.
Ooh.
It sucked. It sucked. It was horrible. I don't even that's the reason why I can't dishwash.
Yeah.
Because of that.
I've been a dishwasher too. It's not like at the time when you just really need a job and you're like the only position that we have open right now is, dishwasher, and it's like right down the street from your house. It's convenient.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We've all done that, I think, kind of. But yeah, dishwashing has its ups and downs for sure. I mean, what I did like about being a dishwasher when I was you were like alone pretty much.
Yeah.
Because everyone else is busy cooking and prepping and stuff, and you're just, back there, headphones in, just scrubbing the dishes.
Yeah.
Knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on your sweater. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah,
listening
yeah,
to
yeah.
M&M shit,
Yeah.
You got headphones in, you're listening to music, you're just doing dishes.
Yeah.
And I kind of liked it just because of that, where I was like alone and in my own little area, and like nobody had to tell me what I was doing because no one else in that building is going to do the dishes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not going to tell you like, hey, dude, blah, blah, blah. They're like, no, that's a dishwasher. Don't fuck with him, because if he don't wash those dishes, we can't serve more food.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah. It's crazy how like the power that dishwashers have.
yeah.
Because like if there was no clean dishes, there's no serving food. That means
Yeah.
no money. So
Yeah.
like the next time you look at a dishwasher and just give them shit, you better be careful.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not the most sought out job in the back of the kitchen, but it's also the most like self-sufficient too.
Yeah.
You can, like I said, you're kind of just on your own doing whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of jobs that like you don't really have that kind of freedom in either. Like, there's a lot of jobs where you're just kind of like, where it's a group effort, and sometimes people in the group are doing better than others, or they're too fast or too slow, and it kind of fucks up the operation. But I don't know. People,
Yeah.
man. The world is run by people.
Yeah. I'm just trying to look up Hell's Kitchen dishwashers.
Hell's Kitchen dishwashers?
Yeah, you know the show Hell's Kitchen?
Yeah.
I was just want to see how much they make. That'd be fucking crazy.
I bet they make like 24, 25, you think?
Well, I'm thinking
Wait, but how poppin' is the place? Like, is it like a really busy spot, right?
Hell's Kitchen. Well, so they have multiple Hell's Kitchens.
Yeah.
There's one there's one in Vegas, there's one in Atlantic City, there's one in California. They're all over, but yeah, they got to make a lot of money because like Gordon Ramsay and all that.
Yeah, yeah. That's the first thing I thought of when you said Hell's Kitchen, is I thought of Gordon Ramsay. All the memes I see on Facebook with him too, it's funny as hell.
Yeah. Oh, damn. You won't believe this.
Hey, wait. Is it lower or higher than I said? What they make? Or is it not even the price we're talking about yet?
Hold on one second.
I think I said like 24, 25 bucks an hour.
Well, this says Hell's Kitchen, or average Hell Kitchen hourly pay ranges between approximately $14.23 for the cooks and dishwashers to $50 per hour for data analyst. I don't even know what that means, but basically they only make some states 14 and others. So basically minimum wage.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Damn, you would think in a spot like that, they'd be like top notch because they want their stuff to be super presentable for all the attraction it brings.
Yeah, I could see why they pay less, because maybe you can get your foot in the door and work your way up.
Yeah.
So they probably like, well, we get 1 million of you a day, so
Yeah.
we're going to pay you minimum
Pretty
wage.
much for any job, really. Like they start you off low and then you
Yeah.
work your way up. But
Yeah.
man, yeah, that makes sense. Like 14, because like some states aren't even like close to like New York state wages and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just we live in a communist state, so everything is $10 million. You know what I mean? So
Good old. So this is what my friends like make fun of me about is that I know why we have inflation right now. I know why. It's because we got those fucking stimulus checks, those $2,000 stimulus checks.
Yep.
That fucked everything up. Everything. Yep. Because now everyone's spending money. You got more, you need more product, you know, and price goes up. But
price of the brick goes up.
My friends are like, that's not why inflation happened. Well, then explain to me why.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's not just because we are low on oil or something. Trust me, we're not low on oil. I know that.
We're giving away too much free money.
Yeah.
Free money is everywhere. So,
dude, you want to know what's crazy? Is I don't know why this just popped in my head. This is like crazy off topic, like kind of nuts. But did you know that a lot of the the big farms that grow vegetables and product and corn, especially, right? Yeah. USA made corn like it's like baby for everything. When you think about it, everything has corn in it. Everything's made from corn, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that most of the big U.S. farms in our country are owned by Chinese.
What?
Yeah.
So a lot of the farms in the United States, like that do corn, are like Chinese owned?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And they're coming over here and they're buying these big plots of land, right? And we're selling it to them like, okay, yeah, sure, you got money, sweet, take it. Mm-hmm. But we're giving away vital soil and vital land that we've established a country off of.
Yeah.
Like, I guess a lot of these places too are like middle of nowhere places like Idaho, like Montana, just like out in the boony type states.
Yeah.
Like in like Washington, you know, like way up in like not the rainforest, but like, you know, like the forests and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're buying up all these pieces of land that is government owned. And now we're depending on their farms for our food.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
I can't remember who was talking about it, but I just watched like this huge, like long, like, I don't know, it wasn't long, it was maybe like 10, 12-minute video. But I was watching it, and then the guy pulled it up on the computer, and it had a pinpoint for all the Chinese-owned farms in America. And there was a lot of red dots on the map.
Really?
I was like, holy shit, dude. I'm like,
it's like chicken pox on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, wow, like we're just giving it away.
Yeah.
But they got money. So, and that's all we care about is like, oh yeah, we're, you know, sell this for this, you know, because it's monopoly in our country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it makes sense, but also it's like, who's really in charge of our food sources?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know.
Now, let's say you owned a farm, right? And, you know, I would think in your back of the mind, you'd be like, this ain't right.
Yeah.
This, you know, buying Chinese, whatever, Chinese buying your land. And I don't know. I think that if I owned a land or a lot of land that grew corn and the Chinese wanted to buy it, I'd be like, hell no.
Yeah.
You know, first of all, if you buy all the land in the United States that grew corn and it's Chinese owned, basically China owns the United States now.
Yeah.
So if you're a farmer, you know, it would be in your best interest to like keep United States corn in the United States, not Chinese coming in and taking the corn.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, we probably owe China so much more money.
Oh yeah, we
you know what I mean?
A lot of money.
We're in a crazy debt with China anyways. But hold on, excuse me. But I feel like that could be like a reasonable thing too. Like, okay, guys, you know, like the U.S. government, like, okay, guys, like we owe these guys a lot of money. Like, let's let them buy some stuff to make them feel like a little better. Let's get on their good side. So it could be like a whole bunch of shit behind doors that we don't even know about like that.
Yeah, true.
Know? But maybe it's not about what we owe China. Maybe it's just like, okay, they got money, fucking bring them in here. Who cares what kind of corn they're growing?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just think that we, as United States, should keep businesses in the United States. Let's stop taking them overseas. I know it's going to cost a lot. I know, it's cheaper to, make it in China, but we're just hurting. America is hurting right now.
Yeah.
It like everything is getting shipped overseas and no jobs are being made here.
Nope.
Okay.
Everything's outsourced.
Everything's outsourced. And I think that is
Everything's
ass backwards.
Everything's imported.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of exportation in the United States anymore.
Yep.
Everything's imported here.
Yeah.
Like everything that we get comes over the sea, comes on a boat, comes on a plane.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, I don't know. I think that Americans should think about, what the future of America is going to be. Because do you want to speak Chinese and, be imprisoned because you're an American? No, I don't want that. So
yeah, and like, how do you even it's going to come to a point where you have to have conversations with these people. You can't even negotiate the right way because hopefully they, speak English. Because then how do you negotiate anything? You need a translator to come to the deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, whatever. This isn't about we hate Chinese people or anything like that. Don't get that twisted. We're China. Don't get it twisted. I just watched this random video about how Chinese owns a shitload of farms in the United States right now.
Oh yeah.
But you got to think about it this way too. Think about generational farming, right? Like your grandpa's started this farm in the early 1900s, and it's been passed through family and to family to family.
Yeah,
it's like a generational thing.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, for the right price, yeah, take that shit. Fuck my grandpa.
This is what I think.
You know what I mean, though? It's like I don't know, man. It just makes me mad because it's like land is the most valuable thing on Earth.
Yeah,
right. Land, no matter how many acres, no matter how many square feet, land. When you think about something, when you go and pay for something, when you rent something out, when you go buy a house, they base it off of how big it is.
Yeah.
The acreage, the square feet. They're not like, oh, yeah, it's a $400,000 house. It includes this, this, and this. They're like, yeah, it's a $400,000 house on some odd square feet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They base everything off of capacity.
Yeah.
So it's just wild, man.
Well, I think they're
super wild.
I think what they're doing is the Chinese are buying these pieces of land, but then they're like, hey, you can run this farm.
Right.
We own it, but you can run it.
Yeah.
And we'll pay you 10 times what you were making.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Keep doing what you're doing, but it's ours.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know how we got on the subject of that. Yeah. I think it's because you brought up
I think it came from dishwashing all the way to
Chinese
owning farmland. But hey, man, we're on a
That's
roll.
what we're here for, right? But anyways, I recorded a pretty cool song this weekend, though.
Did you?
Yeah. I mean, not a whole song. I got a hook. I just heard this beat that my producer made. Shout out Lunatic. He just gave me a whole bunch of beats when he was at my house the last time we chilled and kicked back or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he gave me a whole bunch of beats. And Saturday night, actually, we're all just chilling. The kids are watching TV. And I'm like, I'm going to go listen to some beats and see what's next in my catalog.
Yeah.
And I was listening to this beat. And I'm like, I like this a lot. And I came up with this crazy hook, right on the spot. I recorded it. I put a little mix on it just to make it sound good. So I keep playing it over and over. And I'm excited to finish it.
Yeah.
It's going to be, it's going to be a good one.
Now, what's the process of making a beat?
Making a beat. So, see, there's a lot of different ways to make beats in 2024.
Okay.
There's an app on your phone you can make a beat on right now, upload it, download it, and put it to your computer, and you can use that beat to record to right now.
Yeah.
Or you can go back to the 80s where, it was all samples and it was actual drum kits and like actual synths and actual instruments.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And then we turned into this like electronica age where like all these preloaded loops
Okay.
are just in this machine,
Yeah.
and you can just take all these things and you can loop them and time them, and you can add this drum and add that synth and add this guitar or add the bass here. You know what I mean? There's it's crazy how see, I don't make beats anymore. I got out of making beats a while ago because of the simple fact like my life didn't revolve around me making beats anymore.
Okay.
I made a lot of beats when I was younger, when I had a lot more time.
Yeah.
Now the time that I have to record music, it's like I already have to have the beat because I know I don't have much time.
Yeah.
And making a beat takes time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And I'm at the point in life right now where, I mean, we're all at this point in life where we're on the fly all the time. We got to be here. We got to go do this. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when I get in the studio to record, I already have to have music to record to. Like I have to have a beat already presented to me.
Okay.
Because I just don't have the time to sit. Because, all right, look at my studio sessions are usually between like 2 to 2.5 hours when I get in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
It would probably take me an hour and a half of that time just to create the beat.
Oh, okay.
The beat that I want for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The beat that is adequate to what I want to do with it.
Yeah.
Because I can make any beat and just be like, oh, yeah, I'll rap on that. But it could sound like fucking Barney and Friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it takes a lot. Like, shout out to the producers in music, man, because they're the people that don't get that much credit. You know, it's always the artist that made the song to it that is like, oh, yeah, he made this song and this song. But the producing behind the music is like really where the art is at. Because they made those sounds, they made those symphonies for you to be able to create.
Yeah.
So shout out all the producers, man. All the producers. If you make beats, if you can play drums, if you can play guitar, if you could play a saxophone, shout out Adam Trick. If you can play any instrument in general, like I automatically fucks with you. Because that is talent. Getting behind one of these in a studio with all the preamps and all the effects that you can do to your voice nowadays, anybody could be a singer or a rapper nowadays because how easy it is to make you sound good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't even necessarily have to be good at singing anymore
Yeah.
because of all the production that they could put behind you to make it sound like you're a top selling artist right off the rip, you know?
Yeah.
But my process is a little different when I actually record a song. So I don't write lyrics down. So when I'm in the studio, I listen to the beat for probably 2-3 minutes. And this is how I could tell that I was like born to make music in a way.
Mm-hmm.
When I hear a beat, it like talks to me.
Okay.
Like I hear a beat, but I hear words, like I hear like lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Like my mind automatically starts saying or thinking of things that go with the beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And not a lot of artists that I've recorded with in a studio have that.
Yeah.
And I've recorded with a lot of people. It's like when I hear a beat, like, bam. I mean, you could ask the people that I record with, ask CeeLo, ask Street the Villain, all them. When I'm in the booth with them, they're like, all right, Juice, you're going to be the hook because we're going to do our verses. And they know that I'm going to have the hook ready to record in about 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the thing, we're just sitting there getting our verses ready.
Yeah.
The hook's already done. If I'm in the booth with you, the hook is done. 2 minutes, bam, that's the hook. Let me in there, loop it. Now let's write to it because we got a hook, we got a subject.
Yeah.
So my like process of recording music is crazy because I don't write lyrics down. They just come right to my head. And when I'm in the booth, sometimes I'll jot them down to remember, but most of the time I don't. It's linked in my head. I don't write.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy. I mean, a lot of people can't do that without writing. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I mean, everyone's got their own creative process. Mine is just listening
Yeah.
and letting the beat talk.
Yeah. I remember, because have you ever watched Dave on FX?
Yeah, with Lil Dicky.
Yeah, Lil Dicky.
Hell yeah, that's my shit.
So the guy, the producer, his producer, right?
Yeah.
Benny Blanco?
Blanco?
Blanco, yeah.
Benny Blanco?
Benny Blanco. He's made so many hits. Like,
Hell yeah.
he's really crazy. He's worth $50 million because
Damn.
you got to think about it. He made like beats for everyone.
Oh yeah.
Justin Bieber,
Yeah.
Lil Dicky, the list goes on and on. So
Yeah.
that's like, he must have a mindset, right? Like, he can, like, I think we talked about this in the last podcast, how Kanye West can see music
Yeah.
and how it blends together. I wonder
Yeah.
if this guy knows how to do that too.
He's another one of those people
That
probably.
could see music.
I'm sure. I feel like all producers are. Like, that's where I was getting at. Like, if you're a producer, shout yourself out, because that shit is like
Oh, I
it's,
think someone's here.
well, what an interruption. The funny thing is I literally told Evan, I'm like, because my sister lives right up the street from the spot we're at. And I literally told him, I said, I'm going to text my sister and tell her that if she walks by, because she walks by here all the time,
Yeah.
that if she walks by, don't stop in because we're recording a show tonight.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And what happens? She pops in.
Yeah.
But that's cool, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even mad. That's my family. I love you guys. Thanks for, you know what I mean? Like, that's more support right there that I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
like they just show up and they're like, "Oh my God, what are you?" You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just cool. But anyways, back to what we were on. Like producers, man.
Yeah.
Like, producers are literally like a sacred thing in the world, because not everybody can make beat after beat after beat after beat.
Yeah, you would think that it would be like in a pattern that like it repeats itself. Like you like, let's say you make a song one year,
Yeah.
and then you make a song the next year, and I don't know how to explain it, but like I would be afraid to repeat myself, repeating the same beat. I don't know.
Yeah, like that's what I mean though. Like, think of like a big producer like nowadays is like Mike Will made it.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a beat by him.
Yeah.
And every time I hear one of his beats, I'm like, yo, this beat is sick.
Yeah.
And then the artist that's on it, that's like creating the song to it, just makes it. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like the beats that he makes too are like so easy to make a hit song to, and they're so catchy, and the beat, that's what people look for nowadays.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this beat is sick. They're not even listening to the lyrics, I feel like.
Yeah.
It don't even matter what the lyrics say, because the people are like, I don't fuck with this beat, or I love this beat.
Yeah.
You know, like that's like what it comes to in like hip hop music nowadays, is if you don't have a hot beat, the song's not hot.
Yeah.
But back in the day, they created this shit off of boom, boom, tap, boom, boom, tap, boom, boom, tap, boom, 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 tap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where, like, it didn't matter what the beat was, really, as long as there was a beat in general.
Yeah.
You could make something to.
Yeah.
It's just crazy where it's gone to, you know?
Yeah.
It's just wild, but man. So yeah, like my creative process in the booth is just off the dome.
That's crazy. I can't do that. I have to write down everything before I plan anything, just to make sure I remember everything.
And like I'm horrible at like remembering things besides, like if I have like a dentist appointment or a doctor's appointment, like I'll forget until that day when it comes up in my phone, where like I wrote it down for that day, like in the calendar.
Yeah.
Like the reminder. And I'm like, oh shit, dude, I forgot I gotta beat it over there at like 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
But like anything else, like music wise, like if I have to like rap or sing or like whatever, like in the booth,
Yeah.
it's just like I always remember that.
Yeah.
Or like even if I'm performing live, like I'll always know my lyrics.
Yeah.
And there's been times actually where I've like freestyled the song that we're performing tonight, right?
Yeah.
Like say like in our set list, we have a song that we recorded, but it's a song that I freestyled.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, there's been a bunch of times where like you know, we're performing and like my part's coming up, and in my mind I'm frozen.
Ooh.
Like, oh my God, I forgot the lyrics. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say? And then just like miraculously, as soon as my part comes in, I just know it.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird. Like, I'll just like catch back in and be like, "Da-na-na-na-na," you know, like I'll get back into it.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of times where like, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot what performance. I don't even know the lyrics. But then all of a sudden I just snap into it and bam, the lyrics are there. And I'm performing it like I've done it a million times.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, what do you think about the artists that like in live performances that like lip sync? Like big rappers, like you know they can't be rapping on stage,
Yeah.
and that basically studio sound music. So
Yeah. Man, I've been to, so most of the concerts that I've been to have been rap concerts, but I feel like I've never really seen a concert where like the rapper was like super lip syncing.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, but I go to different concerts than the regular person.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
these people are going to see like Da Baby and like Lil Baby and people like that who probably just like, I don't know, they probably rap ad libs here and there or whatever. But the people that I go see like D Block and like Dipset and like, you know, Papoose and like Meek Mill and stuff, they really don't have the song playing behind them. They have like the, you know, just the instrumental playing behind them where that's just it. Like
yeah,
if they fuck up, they fuck up.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard for me to, but what I think about it is, I guess it depends like who you are, where you're performing, and how good you are at performing. And those three things, I mean, who you are as in like how many people are going to be at this show. Are you going to get so starstruck when you walk out to a stage full of 50,000 people that you might wish you lip synced a little bit?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because it comes down to like a lot of these people, they look so perfect in pictures and magazines and stuff.
yeah,
But then when they like, I know they still get that stage fright. We're like, man, we're in Dallas tonight. There's 80,000 people in this arena. Holy shit. Like I gotta really perform tonight.
yeah.
You know? So like, I feel like it all depends on who you are, where you are, and how good you are at it.
Yeah,
Cause you could be good at lip syncing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it can't be that hard. It's your song and you just got to move your lips, you know? Or sometimes the arena's so loud, they can't even hear you anyways.
Yeah,
Because they're singing your song just as loud as you are,
yeah,
just as loud as the sound system.
yeah,
So in a way, I guess I don't really mind it with like rapping anyways, because it's rap. You're not like actually singing.
yeah.
If you were singing, like if I go to like a concert where someone's singing, I want to hear somebody singing. You know what I mean? Like I want to hear their voice. That's why I'm there, to hear their good songs and their good voice.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's like a little different with a singer. Now, if I went to like, say, I went to like, I don't know, I'm just throwing a singer out there, Adele.
yeah,
Say I went to an Adele concert, which I would never do, but say I did for some reason and I was there and she was lip syncing, I'd be like, this is fucking bullshit because I know this girl is a good ass singer.
yeah.
Why is she faking right now?
Yeah,
You know, so it all depends, you know,
Yeah.
like if you're singing, I'd be mad if I paid and the person lip synced the whole time.
Yeah.
Rap, I don't really care because rap is more of like it's more of a show. Like people are jumping around.
yeah,
You know, like most shows are spraying champagne and they're, you know, they bring their posse out and there's like dance. Like it's a whole different culture on
Yeah.
stage for rap music than it is like a singer or like a band.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because members in a band, they're playing instruments, so they can't really get too crazy and like jump around and walk around and, you know, throw t-shirts and stuff because they're performing.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So like when a rap concert goes on, it's a little different because you got you're free range on the stage.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit down and play drums. You don't have to stand up and play guitar. You don't have something strapped to you right now.
Yeah.
You just got a microphone and your homies around you, a bottle of champagne, 20,000 people, and you're like, this is life. And you're having a good time. You're turning up.
Yeah.
So for rap, like, I see it a little different in a concert point of view.
Yeah.
But lip syncing would upset me if I was there to see a singer. Like if like
Yeah.
Usher, like if I went to an Usher concert
Yeah.
and he was lip sync, I'd be pissed, dude.
Yeah.
Because Usher's nasty.
Yeah.
And he's been around forever. And even if he does lip sync a little bit, like whatever. But like I said, everyone knows his music too. It's who he is.
Yeah.
He's a staple in the R&B world. He's one of the best in the world. You know, probably one of the best ever to make R&B music.
Yeah.
So if he did lip sync a little bit, I probably wouldn't mind, I guess, a little bit, because everyone in the whole arena is going to be singing his song. You got it bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's going to be singing it.
Yeah.
So like, how do you even hear him if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It all depends.
Yeah.
But I guess I'd be pissed if like I went to like a concert to see a singer and they just lip sync the whole time.
Yeah.
That would just be a waste of money.
Yeah.
I'd be in Ticketmaster's inbox right now looking for my money back. You got me. Yeah, so lip syncing and all that.
Yeah.
It's cool if you have to make it cool, I guess.
Yeah.
But we're all lip syncers when you think about it.
We are.
Imagine if we lip synced a podcast. Like we recorded an audio podcast and we were forced to lip sync it.
Yeah, that would be. I probably wouldn't be in podcasting if that was the thing.
That'd be horrible because a
I
podcast
know.
is so long and it's so random that you couldn't.
It would be like remembering a movie script.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, on that note, let's roll some clips. Let's see what we got going on.
Let's go.
Welcome back to the show, you guys. So you guys know I'm a hip hop fan, and I'm obviously a hip hop artist. And actually, this weekend I watched a video of one of my favorite rappers ever. Jim Jones.
yeah.
He was seen in an airport, recorded from someone's cell phone, fighting two guys
Yeah.
in the airport on the escalators.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. He in the beginning he takes the one dude and fucking throws him.
He threw him.
through over his head through him
Yeah.
on escalators.
On escalators. And I know you guys know escalators. Like when you're at the mall or something and you're going up them, those things are sharp.
Yeah.
Like they're like dangerous. Like I'm always like afraid, like after like I look at them, like I'm like, dang, I better like stand still because I don't want to fall and get hurt.
Yeah.
Because they're so sharp. Imagine being thrown on them and like fighting and falling down them and getting like bit by the little, like teeth in them.
Oh yeah.
Like that was probably brutal. Like those guys probably got cuts all over their legs and shit.
Oh yeah.
I bet they do. They have to.
Yeah. Jim Jones was not messing around.
Yeah, well, so he claims that he was attacked by these two guys, but the video starts off of them already brawling.
Yeah.
So we don't really know what happened before that.
Yep.
Because the video just starts and like 2 seconds in, like Jim Jones is body slamming this guy on the escalators.
Yeah.
So, but as they make their way down to the bottom of the escalators, both guys are hitting him, and he's fighting both guys at the same time.
Yeah, he's fucking
Like,
knocking them out.
and I don't know if you know Jim Jones like that, but Jim Jones is a pretty jacked up dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's fit for his age. Like, he's a buff dude.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like he could take those two guys on anyways. But it's just crazy because they look like two older white males.
Yeah, really.
They don't really look like gangbangers or like, you know, like people that would be like a fan of his music or not fans would be like, you suck.
Yeah.
Or like some shit. It just looked like two older men that just ended up in an altercation with him and he's just throwing them around.
Yeah.
What could you imagine, right? You're Jim Jones, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's probably got 10 places to be today.
Yeah.
He's just in an airport. He's getting bothered by these two people and he's just trying to get his luggage and move on to the next flight, or he's getting off the flight to the city he's in, whatever. We don't know.
Yeah. I took a flight to Vegas, and yeah, airports are not fun. I didn't like the airport when I went, because I never traveled outside of New York in a very long time. And so when I went to Vegas, yeah, airports are crowded. Your people are touching you. It sucks. And if someone came up to me and started shit with me, I'd probably fight him like Jim Jones did.
Yo, you would have to.
Yeah.
And you got to like imagine being him. Like he's probably got somewhere to go and he's probably just trying, like, who knows? Maybe he had a show that night, right?
Yeah.
Like, imagine he's in the airport with his earbuds and, like, remembering his set. Like I said earlier, like, he's practicing, he's getting show ready.
Yeah.
We don't know where he's got to go right now. Mm-hmm. Well, he said at the end of the video, we'll get into that. Just imagine being him, having so much things going on in someone like that's life. You always got to be here, to be there, or a music video, or a photo shoot, or just something like that. Mm-hmm. Imagine where his like mental state is as he's going to his next locations.
Yeah.
Like, yo, did that really just happen? I just beat two guys up at the fucking airport because they were fucking with me. Mm-hmm. Like, and now he's thinking all night, like, am I getting sued? Am I getting charged? Am I in trouble? And, you know, now he's got other things to think about while he's just trying to go about his day.
Yeah.
Just like anybody else, but still, like, he's probably got a lot more going on than the regular person.
Yeah.
So, crazy, though. But I watched a video of him where it showed that clip, and at the end of the clip, he was like laughing and he was somewhere else. Obviously, he didn't get arrested or like he wasn't in jail.
Yeah.
He was somewhere else, but he was laughing and he said, I'm all right. He's like, I'm going to this party. He's like, don't worry about me. I'm good. I'm good. So sounds like right now things are good. He was released, obviously. I don't know what happened legally through all that, but hopefully Jim Jones doesn't get charged because he's Jim Jones and he's a famous person and he, you know, he's got money and people are trying to grab money out of him. Or, you know, it's stupid. Obviously, the video showed two guys beating on him.
Yeah.
And he reversed the role and beat them up.
Yeah.
That's self-defense. Like he claimed, he said in the video, they were jumping me.
Yeah.
I'm claiming self-defense. They were jumping me. And then the two guys were fighting the officers. Like Jim Jones went to the bottom of the elevator and sat down at the chairs. The security people told him, sit down. He sat right down. He sat right down. Like he was just like, yeah, like, what's up? Like they did this to me. And the other two guys were still fighting. And the two officers that showed were females in the video.
Yeah.
And the guy's like punching them. So hopefully that helps Jim Jones' case out a little bit if something does happen. Like, yo, look at this guy was fighting me, and then he started fighting the airport security.
Yeah.
Females nonetheless.
Yeah.
So I just hope that works out for him in that way because, man, he was just probably just going about his day, and some people are just. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
that sucks.
Yeah, it
Sucks.
I don't like getting into fights, like fist fights and shit like that. I'm too much of almost a pussy. Just I walk away. I don't even want to get involved. But like if something like this happened to me at an airport, though, yeah,
I'm
fucking swinging.
Yeah, especially because like you're traveling too.
Yeah.
Like if you're in an airport, you're traveling, right? You're going somewhere. You're like you're crossing a long distance that you don't want to drive.
Yeah.
And if someone is trying to fuck with me while I'm trying to enjoy a flight, a vacation, or just to get to my next job per se, like if you're someone like that, hell yeah, I'm swinging. Like, yo, I'm just boarding my plane doing the same thing you're doing, going to make some money, going on vacation or whatever it is. Hell yeah, bro. That, man, I just hope that works out in his favor, that those people started fighting the security officers after the thing was kind of pulled apart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
But it says in the video description here that he was self-defense.
yeah.
I hope. Self-defense.
I hope. Jim Jones, I got you, bro. Come on the podcast. We'll talk about it.
Let's
talk about it. I love if Jim Jones came down here. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That'd be pretty dope.
Jim Jones is a cool dude. I actually met Jim Jones. He's a cool ass dude.
He's on your profile picture on Facebook, right?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. Capo the Don.
That is crazy.
Guy.
I've never met any famous rappers. Yeah.
I met a few.
Yeah.
Met a few.
Met a few.
Yep.
Yeah. I've never actually, I don't think I've ever been to like a rap concert.
But see, like the other rappers that I met were just like rappers that were big, obviously, but they weren't like, oh, check out who I met. Like, I'm like Jim Jones's top 3 favorite rappers in my catalog.
Yeah.
Like Jim Jones, Jadakiss, and Wheezy. Those are my favorite rappers.
Yeah.
So when I like met Jim Jones, like that was like a huge moment for me, kind of.
Yeah.
Because he's always been like one of my inspirations to make music.
So explain how you met him.
So he came to Water Street Music Hall, and he had like a meet and greet after the show or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But see, me and my brother went, like, it was like his birthday present to me.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yo, Jim Jones is coming to town. I'm taking you because he's like one of your favorite rappers.
Mm-hmm.
And we got VIP meet and greet tickets.
Yeah.
What we did, though, was we let like everybody in the VIP meet and greet thing like go ahead of us. So we were last.
Yeah.
We wanted to be like the last people to like sit and talk with him.
Yeah.
And like he wasn't shy. Like he was just like chopping it up with people. Like it wasn't just like, you know, like take your picture and go.
Yeah.
He was literally asking people, you know, where they live, how they are. He was just a cool dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we went last, man, and like he was smoking a blunt and so were we, and we gave it to him and he hit it, and like I'll show you in the pictures that I have with him, like he's holding a blunt.
Yeah.
And it was just cool, man. Like he was just a cool dude.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite things I've done, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was like, so like if I could meet like Lil Wayne now,
Yeah.
that would be sick. Because I'd have 2 of my 3 favorite rappers met in person.
Yeah.
Jadakiss is coming. My song with Jadakiss is coming. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
We can have a song with Kiss soon.
Kiss.
You know, it's gonna be Kiss Juice.
Kiss Juice. There you
Kiss Juice.
go. Have you ever seen Lil Wayne skateboard?
Yeah, he's pretty good now.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
When he started out, he wasn't that great, obviously, because he just picked it up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He said he was watching Fuel TV one day,
Yeah.
and he saw this little kid skateboarding, and he's like, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
And he went and bought a skateboard, and he had people come build a skate park at his house. He
Yeah.
had no idea how to even drop in or do anything yet.
Yeah.
And he said in an interview, actually, where the guy that was building his ramps for him, like the crew that came and built the ramps for him at his house,
Yeah.
he asked him one time, he's like, dude, do you even know how to use these? And he was like, nah. And he said the guy that was building the skate park, like, skates.
Yeah.
You know, like, obviously, like, he makes, like, skate parks. I'm sure he skates.
Yeah.
And so the guy was like he took, like, Lil Wayne's skateboard and he, like, dropped in for him and, like, showed him, like, you know, like, where to put his feet and how to do it.
Yeah.
And then, like, Lil Wayne was like, I didn't want to do it in front of them. So when they left, I started doing it. Because he was, like, so embarrassed or, like, so scared, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, it's just dope that like he just had this thing in his mind that he wanted to do, and now he's an actual professional skateboarder.
Yeah.
Like he's considered a professional skateboarder now.
Yeah.
It's just it's sweet, and he's good now. Like when you watch like his like recent clips, like he's good. He's doing like 180 ollies, like 180 shove-its and stuff, kick flips, and you know, board slides and shit. It's crazy to see from where he went, where he couldn't even drop in, to where he is now, which just shows you who he is as a person.
Yeah.
He has ambition to learn new things. Like he was interested in that, and he wanted to learn, and he did.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
You want to see the clip of the world's first jetpack race in Dubai?
Yes.
All right. So
jetpack race?
Yeah. So
explain this.
Okay. So jetpack, well, back, I don't know, about maybe 3 years ago, they had the first claimed jetpack that could like, you can go to point A to point B in a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And so Dubai, being them, you know, they
have the best of the best.
Yeah. I mean, everything's expensive there.
Yeah.
There is like, I mean, it's what Las Vegas was back in like the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Dubai is booming, and they do the most craziest things now, like jetpack racing.
Yo, I mean, that's got to be crazy.
And one of these jetpacks that they're flying around with right now is $1 million.
Wow.
So
wait, so how many racers are out there right now?
I think there was like 6.
So $6 million in just equipment.
Just $6 million for these jetpack things. And I mean, they're semi-fast. I don't know. I bet they can get really fast, but again, you're only wearing like a bodysuit that
it probably comes down to like how good you can like control it and turn.
Yeah.
In order to get around your turns in the race to maneuver. Like, I bet that's what it comes down to. I bet they don't go so fast because whatever, you know, like, I don't know, for like standard reasons or whatever. But I bet like the race comes down to like how good you like maneuvered through the course with the jetpack.
Yeah.
Like you got to get super good at like maneuvering it. You know what I mean?
Oh, and if you're going like 60 miles an hour with like I'm guessing like 100 pounds on you, that's going to hurt when you land in the water.
Dude, I've been on a jetpack before.
Oh, like a water jetpack thing?
No, like a real jetpack.
Oh, okay. Tell us this story.
It was in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
I knew something was going to be fishy about that, but
listen, that was the dopest thing about San Andreas, the jetpack cheat.
Yeah.
If you hand me a PlayStation controller right now, I could put that cheat code in right now and zoom off. I swear to God, if you hand me a PlayStation controller right now, I'll put the jetpack cheat in. And that's what made that game so dope, because you could cause all this havoc and get 3, 4, 5 stars, whatever. And you could just zoom away and fly away and go to a different county and just be free again. No stars. You just like escaped everything.
Yeah.
That was the shit. But I'm excited to see these guys race them. Let's check this out.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's, I don't know. I mean, they're just flying around above water around these obstacles. But yeah, I mean, okay. So I was reading into this, right? And these at first it was built by the Air Force.
Yeah.
They built these, and then the prototype went out, right?
Yeah.
And then, private companies bought the stuff from the Air Force, the design and everything. And now they're making them so
like the
anyone,
patents and everything.
Yeah.
Probably.
And now you
They're
can
probably patents, so those people are still probably making money off the government.
Oh yeah, and now you can buy one of these. You can buy a suit. You know, one of these jetpack suits.
It's like the Green Goblin suit.
Oh yeah,
from Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, the Green Goblin.
What was that he was riding? It was like a board though.
Yeah, it was like
what they call it. I can't remember. There was like a name for it.
Oh, I don't know.
And I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I can't even think about it right now.
Yeah.
But anyways, keep going. I was just like imagining the suit when you said that.
Oh no, but I'm just it's just you can actually buy one. Like if you contact
For
these
$1 million?
yeah, I think it's like close to like 1.2 million for one of these suits. But
Damn.
I think you have to have a pilot's license to drive one.
Gotcha. I
'Cause-
wonder if there's like a certain pilot degree that you have to have for it, or like, you know, like a certain pilot license, or is it just like a regular plain pilot license or
That
something?
I do not know.
Because you might have to get like taught how to use this. You know how like drones now, you have to like, they say you're supposed to like register your drone, and you're supposed to go to like a drone class or something nowadays. Maybe it's like something like that where you like have to like take classes to actually learn how to use, kind of like a motorcycle license. You have to go to the course, like you buy a motorcycle, you register it and stuff, you get your permit, but you can't drive it on the road until you actually pass the test.
yeah.
Maybe it's something like that.
Yeah,
You
I
would
mean-
think, because there'd just be people zooming around in the sky all the time, you'd think like the Jetsons.
Yeah. There was
That'd be dope.
I was actually talking to someone at work about this, that there's people like in boating license.
Yeah.
There's actually like companies where you can pay someone to get a boating license for you.
Wow.
So you don't have to fucking go and take the test. You just, these people go and,
How hard is a boat test?
oh, it's probably not that hard, but I don't know. But
There should be like a test for more things in life.
you think so?
Yeah, like, well, it'd probably annoy the shit out of people, but like some people I feel like shouldn't be able to do things that they do freely without a license.
Yeah, I believe we shouldn't have a driving license system in the United States. Here's why. Now, because it's a government state ID, so why should the government tell you you can or cannot drive? It's just fucked up, I think.
Yeah. But it's also a safety thing, I guess, when it
Well,
comes down to
yeah.
it. Is you'd have a bunch of people that have no fucking clue what they're doing. There'd be way more accidents, I feel like, and there's already people that have their license that shouldn't have their license.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't think, I think that if you're old enough to touch the pedals, I mean, I wouldn't.
Yo, that means my 7-year-old probably couldn't touch the pedals.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
like a reasonable age. Like I would say like,
18.
no, because like permit, it's 16, isn't it?
Yeah, but like there should be a thing where like if you want to drive right now.
Oh, you have to be 18. So it's like buying
No. Like if you want to drive right now,
Yeah.
at 16, you have to get your permit and your license. But if you don't want to go through all that, wait till you're 18 and you can automatically get your license.
That's what I think that should happen, because you know what? Like if
That'd be sick.
Yeah,
That'd be sick.
I don't know. I think it's just weird that the government can say, "Hey, you know, you got to pass this test. You gotta, you know." It's just, I think it's stupid.
It's a
I think,
it's like a money grab.
oh yeah, okay. So look at this. Like going to the DMV and getting anything is probably $100. Like if you need a new ID, anything, and
Registration.
that ID only costs probably $1.50 to make, and they're profiting like 95% of you know that $100.
Yeah.
I think it's fucked up.
Yeah. Just to give you a scannable identity card.
Yeah.
Where so if you go into like to buy certain shit or whatever, you have to scan your, oh, yeah, you're 21 or, yep, you're 18,
Yeah.
It's just dumb.
Yeah.
But as far as like safety is, I get it. There'd be a bunch of, because I mean, just look at all these little kids that play GTA, for instance.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They'd be like jumping in cars, like smashing into shit and taking, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the license, whole deal. That'd be cool if they did it like that. 16 if you really want to drive, or 18 you automatically get it.
Yeah.
Because by 18, I feel like any person that's 18 years old should have enough experience driving a car by then.
Yeah.
To be able to just go out on the road and get to where they got to go safely.
Yeah.
What?
All right.
What a time to be alive.
So we're talking about kids.
Smoke weed every day.
We're talking about the driving. There shouldn't be I think there shouldn't be a license. But here's a video of a kid. This is an old video, but I think it's really funny. I just got to wait through the ads here. But it's a 7-year-old takes a car joyride.
I seen this actually. Yeah,
I love what he says at the end. It is fucking hilarious. But yeah, it's just stupid ads. Here we go.
Latarian Milton is not your typical 7-year-old. Few his age have ever driven an SUV up and down several busy streets. It all started at his mother's townhouse. Latarian says he took the car keys and hopped into his grandmother's Dodge Durango.
When I came through the back door, I looked on the counter, my keys were gone.
I took my grandma car because I got mad at my mom, and then I saw and had my friend come in, and he smokes with cigarettes.
He started the vehicle and put it into gear.
I yanked the thing.
And off they went. 2 7-year-olds alone on the road. Latarian drove several miles through Lake Park and Palm Beach Gardens.
We got the one call that I told you about of a driver in the vehicle who looked too short to be able to see over the steering wheel.
Along the way, he ran over 2 mailboxes, hit 2 parked cars in a Costco parking lot, and struck 2 moving cars near Walmart.
I want to do it because it's fun. It's fun to do bad things, to drive into a car.
But did you know that you could perhaps kill somebody?
Yes, but I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
It all ended on Investment Lane and Consumer Drive. That's where Latarian hit the curb and sideswiped the sign.
Oh,
the SUV
shit.
took most of the
I was
beating,
just thinking about
snapping off
that
one of
this
his axles
video while we were talking about the hood rat stuff.
Putting that video into perspective right now, my son is 7 years old.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine him stealing my car
and
just driving it around.
Oh,
and smoking cigarettes and doing hood rat shit with his friends.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy to think about. I would never even picture that, and that's happening somewhere. That's
This was a while ago.
Yeah, I've seen that clip a couple times, and then they like looped the end thing where he said that, and it was in a whole bunch of different little reels and shit for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a good clip. I'm actually glad you brought that up because that's hilarious.
So a 5-year-old gets her hand stuck in an elevator.
Oh yeah, we watched this, right?
This is fucked up.
Dude, this is like, this had to traumatize this little girl.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like, so in the clip, the girl puts her hand on the elevator door, and then the elevator door opens. Her hand is still on the door and it gets stuck in the where the elevator doors go.
In like the crevice where
in
it
the
goes
crevice.
back in.
Yeah. So yeah, she got her whole arm stuck in it, and they're just like trying everything. They're using hand sanitizer to slide it out, and then they use a Jerkins lotion to
lube it up,
and then they yank the girl's arm out.
Damn.
And so I mean, the other thing too is now
that's wild.
What was it? Is it the building's fault and the elevator company's fault that this happened? I mean, shouldn't you never put your hand on the door of a moving opening door of a elevator?
Yeah, and I'm sure somewhere in there, like on a sticker or somewhere, there's like a warning sign.
Yeah.
That says like,
stay clear of door.
Yeah, or like don't put your hands in the door, or like when the elevator is moving, don't touch anything, or like when the door is closing, make sure it's clear. You know what I mean? There's got to be some kind of like sticker, some kind of warning thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there is, or there is now.
Yeah.
Oh, at least. But yeah,
I just don't think it's the elevator company's fault.
I don't
really
think it's their fault either.
No,
I think it's just a little kid
putting their hands on somewhere that they're not supposed to. So I mean, it's. I just think that this is just. I don't know. It's just
kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
That they're gonna sue for all that. I mean, when it showed the little girl's arm, like it looked like she got some serious damage to her arm. She had stitches and everything like that. But
Yeah.
still, like, I mean, whose fault is it if she reached her hand into a beehive?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's a million ways you can get hurt in these days, and people are taking the route out of just suing. It's not going to be my daughter's fault. It's going to be your fault because you know, it's just all about suing.
Your elevator bit my daughter. Like, what?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's I don't think it's the manufacturer's fault. I don't think it's the building's fault. I think it's just it's common sense. Don't put your hands in an elevator door.
Yeah.
So I got a story for you. It's not like an elevator story,
Yeah.
but like it kind of is an elevator story because it has its ups and downs.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But anyway, so I lived in a building. My mom lived in this apartment building
Yeah.
that had an elevator in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was young and I was kind of scared of elevators when I was little.
Yeah.
You know, just because like they're kind of weird. You're just like in this little room and it's just on a conveyor belt, basically. You're going up and down.
Yeah.
And you're always like hoping the door opens when you get to your floor, right? Like when it dings.
Yeah.
Oh, my voice cut out. Ding. Ding. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you're always waiting for the door to open. Like that's the main goal. Like you got to your floor, walk out safely. And when I was a little kid, I would always kind of like panic, like, man, I hope the door opens. I hope the door opens. And usually I rode the elevator with my mom going up and downstairs out to the car and back, you know?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of times where me and my brother, because we live next, there's like a YMCA like connected to our building.
Yeah.
And we go to the YMCA all the time. We're little kids. We'd go right next door and we'd play there. We'd, you know, shoot hoops. We'd, you know, play dodgeball, whatever.
Yeah.
Shoot pool, play foosball, you know, like YMCA shit.
Mm-hmm.
But there's times that I rode with my brother or even alone where I was like scared in the elevator because I'm a little kid and I'm by myself, but my mom's like trusting me enough to go downstairs and go right to the YMCA. Like, I was old enough to do that at least.
Yeah.
But I was still like, you know, you get on an elevator, you get kind of spooked out a little bit. Just, I don't know, you see movies or you're just in this little enclosed room and it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, to a kid.
Yeah.
And there's so many times that like I took it by myself and like the last thing I would do was like touch the inside of it and stuff. Like I get on the elevator and like I'd be like, oh my God, like I hope this door opens when I get you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's the last thing I'd be thinking of is like putting my hands on the door.
Yeah.
I don't know. I grew up in a building like that, so that's what makes me think like, see, even as a 5-year-old, like I would still be spooked out by an elevator, I think, still.
Yeah.
And I definitely be putting my hands in the fucking open and close mechanisms.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. I think this,
It could have been an accident. She could have just had her, you know, she could have been like, you know, just like following her hand on it, you know, kind of like a satisfaction kind of thing where like it felt good. Her hand was like gliding across it. And then all of a sudden zoom, she gets sucked in it. It could have been like that. Or, it, you know, I don't know. Whatever happened though, you can't blame the people that made it or where the elevator is located.
kid was hopped up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
So
Too much prime.
too much prime. Yeah.
Thanks, Logan Paul. Getting all these little kids sugared up on prime.
Oh, so we'll do a local news story. Footage shows suspects smashing glass windows in downtown Rochester, New York.
Wow. Sounds like regular news to me.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
So no, I mean this is just getting out of hand. It's just like these kids, they don't really give a shit anymore about, like, no one gives a shit about Rochester anymore. They really don't.
Yeah.
Like, it is become like the wild, wild west. Like, it's just so much crime, so much everything. And yeah, I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I just think it's crazy because, like, it doesn't look like this person has any meaning to what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's just, like, walking by all these businesses and just randomly smashing. I don't know what he's using, though. Is he throwing something at him, or does he have something in his hand that he's hitting him with?
He was throwing, like, bricks in it.
Bricks. That's what I thought, but then I never really seen anything fly, so maybe I thought he had something in his hand that was just breaking the windows. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's screwed up, man. Like those are like businesses in your hometown that are like providing you a service.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're just gonna walk by and smash their window out. Like,
Yeah.
it could be like a business owned by like a mom and pop shop or by so and so's aunt that you know or something like that, and you're just breaking the windows in them. Like,
Yeah.
where there's just no rhyme or reason for that.
Yeah.
It's when I watched the video, I was like, okay, but why?
Yeah.
Like, did he like personally use every single one of these businesses and they fucked him over?
Yeah.
Probably not. He's just like, oh, I'm gonna go break windows tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go smoke cigarettes and do hood rat shit with my friends. I don't know, man. It's
Yeah.
I watched that clip and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, why?
Yeah.
Why do you got to do that?
Yeah.
But Rochester's got a lot of crazy shit going on besides that. You know, the homicides every single day.
Oh yeah, it's crazy there.
Whatever.
now.
Besides the point, the fucking robberies, the fucking car stealing, the Kia boys,
The
and all
Kia
that
boys.
you know,
Oh my goodness.
it's wild, man. And it's just so close to us, and just to know 25 minutes away, like that shit's going on.
Yeah. It's like, okay, so if you live in Rochester, right? Just take a day trip out into the country where we live. It will
Take a cruise out to the Finger Lakes.
it will completely change your mind.
It'll cleanse your soul.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like the Wild Wild West.
Well, you know what though? We got the same kind of shit going on out here, just not as dramatically.
Yeah.
But we do have like hood spots in these little towns around here close to Rochester that have shit like that going on. But when it happens, it's like a rare occasion.
Yeah.
Or the person doesn't ever get caught because there's not as many city cameras. There's not as many as this or that going on.
Yeah.
But I guess every spot's got their hood in it. But Rochester is just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But I like going to Rochester though. Like when I have to go up there, like I'm not like, oh, I have to go to Rochester. Oh no, like I'm like, I gotta go to Rochester today.
Yeah.
And I drive through. If I have to drive through the hood, I drive through the hood and I see what's going on. I'm like, damn, this is a different world.
Yeah.
But I kind of grew up in a little spot like that, like Geneva, like on Genesee Street where I grew up.
Yeah.
Like up where I grew up was like Genesee Street's a long street in Geneva. It goes all the way from a country road all the way into downtown.
Yeah.
And I lived on the part of the road that was closer to the suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
But if I rode my bike about, I don't know, really not that far, maybe like not 10,000 feet. I don't know what I'm thinking. Maybe like 5,000 feet. Like I'm at like Ave E and like Ave F. And then it turns into like all these little side streets and one-way streets and like a little park, like a central park when there's churches and there's like stoplights, like instantly.
Yeah.
So a lot of these towns have stuff like that around here, but not as bad as up there. And it just sucks, dude, because I got a lot of friends in Rochester too. And like, I'm always thinking about them when I hear something on the news like that.
Yeah.
You know, like people I've made music with, people I met at school and stuff. Like, I'm always thinking like, man, I hope it wasn't anybody I know.
Yeah.
And I've actually had it come back once or twice. And it's been someone that I've known, you know, that's been in that, or, you know, that's been in the news, good or bad. But yeah, that's a crazy clip. I hope that person that broke those windows is, first of all, found, because they said they had no leads to it in that video when I watched it. It said they had no leads, no arrests, no suspects yet. But hopefully they find him, and hopefully he's punished for it. And hopefully those people that own those businesses get their windows fixed, not out of their pocket.
Yeah, it's mostly going to be insurance.
Yeah. And as soon as possible, too. I'm sure they're fixed already by the time we're recording this. But just, you know, nobody wants a broken window for 3 months waiting for a conviction.
Yeah.
So thank God for that business insurance.
Yeah.
State Farm. So, yeah, just a lot of crazy shit going on in Rochester, man.
Yeah.
And we're praying for that city because it's close to us.
Yep.
But, man, thank you guys, man. If you're still watching at this point right now, like, I love you.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Because we've been just going, like, this has just been like a crazy, like,
All over the place.
Kind of talk. And it's kind of what we're here to do anyways.
Yeah.
But thanks for sticking around. If you're still here, I appreciate it. And if you're still watching, I know that you're definitely a fan because, I mean, I'm really not that cool. But
Oh, you're cool to me.
I'm cool to him. So I'm cool.
Yeah.
But no, for real, like if you're still like in the episode right now, I appreciate it. Especially if you haven't seen episode 1, go back and watch episode 1. You can learn a little bit about me and how I got to this point of life right now on this podcast. But just appreciate everyone, man, tuning in and listening and just like giving feedback. That's what I love. I've gotten a lot of feedback.
Yeah.
Which feels good because a lot of people are just like, you know, they just like the post.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, cool. Like he did something.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have been giving me feedback on like just the show in general. And people actually said that me and you have good chemistry.
Yeah.
Like to talk and, you know, to have a show together with.
Yeah.
So that's also cool too because, I mean, me and Evan are two chill ass people anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like easy for us to kind of have these conversations. Yeah. But like I said, if you're still watching, we appreciate it. And like I said, go back, watch episode 1, and actually go back to episode 1 right now and comment on episode 1. Your favorite part of episode 1. Like, what was your favorite part in episode 1? Go back and comment.
Yeah.
And please like the video. I know you've probably watched it, but go back and like the video because that helps us. So go back and like the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe. And just keep up with me, man. Because it feels good. And I'm glad I got a little bit of people behind me right now supporting me. It feels great.
Yeah.
But besides this podcast, man, go to your YouTube search bar after you watch this, or on Spotify, if you're on Spotify right now. Go up to your search bar and type in the Bogart Podcast, Bogart Podcast, the Bogart Podcast. The link will be in descriptions. That is Bogart's actual podcast where he does his podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, we go to the Bogart Podcast, Facebook, follow us there. Go to Instagram, the Bogart Podcast. Follow us on all social medias and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, like just go check out his podcast too, because this is the podcast that he's doing with me. But also, like, he's got tons of episodes you could go watch.
Yeah, I've been doing it now on Spotify and YouTube for over a year.
Yeah. So he's got a bunch of episodes under his belt. Go check him out. He's got some cool guests on his show too. He's got some awesome clips. He's always got some, he's always just got like the information that you needed for that day.
Yep.
Per se. He's always got something to tell you, and it's usually either funny or it's some shit that you're like, cool, I just learned something from this guy.
Yeah.
So go check out the Bogart podcast after this podcast, please, because I will be on the Bogart podcast as well.
Yep.
So you're going to see me on that podcast and him on this podcast. So you might as well just watch both.
Yep.
Or listen to both. However you're listening, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Amazon Music, whatever you're on.
Yeah.
Just go search the Bogart podcast.
There you go.
That's my message for the day. And thank you guys for hanging out with us. We're going to hit you guys with some more interviews coming up. We got a couple people coming on. I'm excited for those.
Yep.
I said we got a couple more interviews coming up, like we've done one before or something. But they get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just stay tuned. We got some cool guests coming on that is going to bring some light to this thing too. It'll spark different conversations and like different walks of life. And I think it'll be fun. So we're just grinding, man. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. So you know the slogan. Bogart?
Yo.
I think I'm signing out.
All right.
Some way, somehow, someday. Peace. Wait, don't forget to
Smoke weed every day.
Peace.
Justin Nominee TV. Justin Nominee TV. Justin Nominee TV.
This has been a Beer Pirate Radio production.